G'day, it's Tony from GME. In this video, we're going to cover the XRS Connect app designed specifically to work with the range of GME GMRS two-way radios. Now you may ask yourself, why do I need a smartphone application for my two-way radio? And it's a pretty good question. The answer is you don't need the app because all of the settings that you're able to adjust via the smartphone application, you can also do directly via your XRS GMRS radio. The reason that you do need the smartphone application though, is that is the way that we push out firmware upgrades for these radios. Things like bug fixes and new feature updates, we can push a firmware update out via the XRS Connect smartphone app. You can download it to your phone, connect it to your radio, and write that new firmware to your particular radio without removing it from the vehicle. Now I'm going to assume that you all know how to install an application on your smartphone. Basically, you need to search for XRS Connect in your app store of choice and download it to your smartphone. Once you've got the app downloaded, open it up. Now, of course, because I'm in Sydney, Australia, my map will look a little different to yours, but wherever you're located, the app will automatically show you the location that you're in. You've got a number of different options in terms of the types of layers that you can run between satellite, outdoors, and street maps. And that's a really good way of being able to see where your particular radio is at the time that you're using it. But what we're talking about today is how to connect your radio to the XRS Connect app. So go to the top left corner, you'll see 3 lines, press those 3 lines and it'll bring up your menu options. The second menu option is radios, so click that one and it will automatically bring up a list of any radios within range of your particular smartphone, which hopefully is one. Now, I've already got the radio here, which is the XRS 330CU, which is powered up, and Bluetooth is on from factory by default. So your radio should pop up in the list straight away, and it'll also show the serial number of the radio. So if you are in a situation where you've got more than one radio on in the area, for example, if you're in a workshop with multiple radios in different vehicles, then this is a good way of being able to determine which radio you're connecting your app to. To connect, simply tap the model and you'll hear a double beep from the radio. The Bluetooth icon will illuminate on the app and the Bluetooth icon on the screen of the radio will have 2 square brackets appear around it, showing that your radio is connected to your XRS Connect app. The next step is to read the radio. So press the Read Radio button and that will read the configuration on your radio and transfer that into the smartphone app for you then to make changes. Once the smartphone app has finished reading the radio configuration, you'll see a number of different icons appear on the screen of the app. You'll see the right radio button and also this little cog in the middle, which is where we're going to go to adjust the settings within our radio. And there's a number of different menu operations here. Radio settings, cell call contacts, GMRS channels, and zones. Now, we're not going to go through all of these in this particular video, but what we will do is have a look at the radio settings. So if you click the top menu option, you've got a whole heap of different menu items in here, which you can use to adjust the settings on your radio. Now, I don't anticipate that you'll be using the app to change your settings on your radio all too often, but before you use your radio for the first time, once you've got it installed in your vehicle, it's a great idea to download the app, connect your radio to your phone, check for your latest firmware, and then adjust any of those settings to personalize your radio to have it the way you want it before writing those settings back to the radio. And then from time to time, it's worth opening the app, connecting it to your radio, and just checking that you've got the latest firmware on your radio so that you're up to date with all of the latest features that we've pushed out for the range of GMRS radios. You can adjust things like the user interface, radio operation, some of your scanning, subtones, and your programmable buttons. We're going to do a series of other videos on the YouTube channel explaining how to use some of these specific XRS features, but I encourage you to download the app, connect it to your radio, and have a play around. Once you've changed whatever settings that you wish to, jump back out of the settings menu and click Write Radio. That will then write the configuration that you've changed back onto your radio and you're good to go. Now, it may take a little bit of time to write that configuration back to your radio. It's really important that while this process is happening, that you don't turn off your phone, close the app, or turn off the radio. Once the app has finished writing that configuration back to your radio, you'll hear the radio emit a short beep signaling that the connection has closed and that new configuration is updated on your radio. So that is it. We encourage you to get the XRS Connect app on your phone and have a play around with it. There's really nothing that you can do wrong in the app. If you do change settings in the application, write them to your radio, and then you want to revert, you can always do a factory reset on the radio itself, which will take you back to those factory settings. So there's really nothing that you can do to break your radio by playing around with the app. If you've got any questions in relation to the XRS Connect app or the range of GMRS radios from GME, drop a comment below or head to the website for more information.